What is going on, beautiful people? Hope you're having a beautiful day because I'm having a beautiful day. So in this video, what I wanted to do is take you guys through my lower body warm up. So I've already done a video in regards to what I would do on an upper body day, right? For warming up, my joints, etc. So what I wanted to do is now take you guys through the lower body one, right? So warming up, as I've said in the last video, it's very important, right? To avoid injury, as well as going into an exercise is going to help you perform better. Lower body as well, all right? Squats, they're very intensive on the joints, right? So you want to warm up very, very nicely and make sure that you are limiting the amount of risk that you're putting yourself under in terms of injury. So without further ado, I'm not going to talk too much, just going to jump straight into that. All right, so generally my lower body warm up is going to go along the lines of an upper body warm up as well. So what I'm gonna do is warm up from the lower back and work out towards my targeted muscles, which is the legs, right? So as such, what I firstly do is warm up the lower back by doing some side to sides. Do about 5 reps of each. Then I'll turn around, put my arms out, and then raise my legs out to my arms. This is really gonna stretch out the lower back. Then I'll come up into a downward dog, so just up and through it, and then back. Do about 5 more reps. From there, once you've done that, come right up. So you simply want to arch your back, then breathe all your air out, and make a shell. From there, I'll typically go into fire hydrants. So you extend, tensing at the glute, then wrap it around and repeat. And that's going to warm up the hip very nicely, which is where a lot of people are generally tight. After all that's right, so done the lower back warming up as well as a bit of hip, I'm now going to foam roll, right? Foam roll generally around the glute, the quad, the hamstring, and a little bit of the calf depending on how tight I am. So each of the exercises that I just performed for the lower back, right? The cat dogs, the downward dogs, I'll generally do about 5 to 10 reps of each, and that's going to nicely warm up the lower back and then ready for foam rolling. So I'll roll out the hips, the glute. Once I've done that, come onto the quad a little bit. And now you don't want to foam roll too much because a little bit of tightness is okay. Now somewhere where a lot of people are generally tight is right here at the top of the hip. So what I'll do is lay on it for about 5 seconds. Just try to open that bit up. Let the teardrop, a little bit of hamstring. And that's generally about all the foam rolling I'll do just for right now. Because I do foam roll at other times, I'm generally not that tight, so I don't need to do it for too long before a workout. Then what I'll do is some dynamic stretching. So generally speaking, what you wanna do is do dynamic warm-ups, right? Dynamic stretching before your workout. And then afterwards, you can do the static stretching, which is when you actually hold the stretch. But for now, dynamic, you just want to warm up and stretch the muscle with a movement. So what I do is a few air kicks, right? So it's just a straight kick and then allow your leg to come behind you. And then from there, I'll go into a hip one, which is when you raise your hip out to the side. And that is very good for warming up the hips, which is usually what's very, very tight going into squats. So I'll generally do about 8 reps on each leg for each movement of one of those. So from there, even though this is a lower body warm up, I will warm up my upper body, okay? So a lot of people where they screw up with squats is they're very tight around here and that doesn't allow them to hold onto the bar right. So what you wanna do is grab a bar and do some shoulder dislocations. So again, just grab a bar shoulder width, hold it straight arm and extend while keeping your arms straight over your head. And that, guys, is typically what I will do for my lower body warm-ups, right? Going to squats, you need to be warmed up, you need to be limber. You don't need a whole lot of time to do this, right? If you don't have 5 to 10 minutes to warm up before your workout, then there's no point really. You need to avoid injury. If you're just going in, you're lifting heavy, if you expect to make progress, you need to take these corrective steps to avoid injury, right? Injury is absolutely counterproductive to progress. Remember that. With that, guys, 5 to 10 minutes, all you need. And then of course, guys, as I said in my upper body warm-up video, what I'll do is I'll warm up within the exercise. So I'll start off with the bar on squats. I'll get in there, I'll sit into it, right? I'll stay in it with the bar on my back, and then I'll slowly up the weight until I get into my heavy working sets. That is the way you gotta go about it. You got to be methodical, right? To avoid injury as well as to work into your heavier sets. I guarantee if you start to warm up, you loosen up the joints, you get your muscles ready to fire, you're going to be able to lift better. You're gonna be able to feel your muscle contract better. Taking 5 to 10 minutes is going to allow you to do that. So with that, guys, if you did like this video, be sure to give it a like. Drop a comment below about what you thought about this. If you want me to do any more videos quite like this or in regards to stretching post-workout, let me know and I'll be sure to make those. And if you're new here, do subscribe because I post videos just like this one multiple times per week. Guarantee you will not regret it. With that, I'm just gonna wrap the video up here. I hope you enjoyed watching because I enjoyed making. I will catch you in the next one. Later.